freedom of India on August 15, 1947 was also accompanied by something called the partition. The two erstwhile states of Bengal and Punjab, which were earlier part of India, were now to be part of Pakistan. So the eastern part of Bengal and the western part of Punjab were merged together. What this led to was a virtual displacement of a horde of people in both the states who moved from their erstwhile homeland to India post-1947. It was not peaceful. A lot of times it was pretty violent, not to mention the sense of loss. My family was a part of that exodus too. My grandfather moved in 1947, forced to leave East Pakistan and migrated into India. Resettlement in India did not come easy for all the East Bengal refugees, even the ones who already had relatives or friends on the side of the border. Apart from coping with daily challenges of coming to a new land and starting afresh, the biggest challenge came in terms of food. Like all the other races, the identity of an East Bengali was derived primarily from three things: the land that they belonged to, the language that they spoke, which was distinctly different from West Bengal, and the food. The food probably was one of the most important markers of being an East Bengali. That identity was something which was being reconstructed once we moved over to India, because naturally none of those things were still the same anymore. Because the East Bengali cuisine was primarily rice-based, fish-based, with a lot of variety in vegetables, which was severely missing in West Bengal. As time went by, the loss of cuisine started to be felt less, and yet it remained. It continued to increase. Every single day, there were more and more food which was stopped being made. Sometimes because there was less of time. More importantly, the environment was missing. More importantly, sometimes the ingredients were missing. And a lot of what we knew as the East Bengali cuisine does not survive today. Today, out of maybe 40 or 50 cuisines that existed, I don't even know if 10 are being cooked regularly on a daily basis. And there are few people who know about it. The first generation migrants who had come at the time of partition, essentially, or even in the 60s or the 70s, they are fast disappearing. They're old, some of them are already deceased. The ones who are left have difficulty remembering the old days. I am a third generation East Bengali. I was born in India, I grew up in India, I never saw East Bengal, and that's impacted my identity. Somewhere I feel my knowledge of myself as who I am as an East Bengali is incomplete. It's fractured. This film is really a journey. It is a journey for myself as I try to trace back my roots in terms of my identity basis the food that I eat. It's also a legacy for a future generation. I do not want them to not know what it means to be an East Bengali.